Mr. Doyle, Richard Doyle. There he is. Hiya.
Hey Don, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. How are you?
Welcome to our Design Source Tuesday chat.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're very welcome. So you're a carpenter. Am I allowed to call you a carpenter or a joiner or a
Yeah,
master?
well, I suppose that's how it started out. Carpentry, and then moved into joinery and cabinet making, and here we are now.
Right. So you're a master craftsman. You're also a brand ambassador. I was looking at your Instagram page, and you're a brand ambassador for Rubio Monocoat and for
Yep.
NNAA Ireland.
Yes, I am.
So you wear a lot of hats. For anyone
Yeah, I do.
who
Yeah.
doesn't know you, do you want to tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do at Royal Kitchens?
Yeah. So, as Don said, I'm Richie Doyle from Royal Kitchens. I've been doing construction renovation work since I was a child with my father. And about 3 years ago, I just had enough of it. Always had a passion for the carpentry and the things, cabinet making. So I just decided, yeah, enough was enough, and this is what I wanted to do. So I put all my eggs into this basket now,
Right.
and thankfully, and touch wood, it has paid off so far.
Very good. I think at the heart of it for you, it seems to be about the craft and about
Oh
work
yeah,
with the clients and the designers, which is great for us to have you on our side. I think some people often think of carpentry being about um, just building furniture, but bespoke work is a whole other level, isn't it? What does bespoke mean to you in your workshop, and how does that set your work apart, would you
well,
say?
it keeps the passion alive for one. You get to create something that someone has dreamed up,
Mm,
and with the hopes then of somebody can come along and make it happen. So we get to do that, and not only do we get to see the interior designers enjoy what we've built for them, but we also get to see it from the customer as well. So it's great. It's brilliant. It's yeah, like if you don't have a passion for it, it's not going to work.
yeah. Can we talk a little bit about the design side and the designers? That would
Yeah,
be the
yeah, yeah.
that I'm most interested in.
Yes,
A
absolutely.
lot of designers are hopefully tuning into our chat this evening, and they're probably thinking about, what is the best way to work or to collaborate with a workshop like yours. Like when an interior designer comes to you with a project,
Yeah.
what's your ideal way of working together?
Well, I suppose ideally we'd love for them to come with a good sense of what they want to begin with. Obviously, most interior designers know exactly what they want, which is brilliant for us. But also to allow us to put a little tweak on it here and there, to
Right.
put our own little stamp on it. Not changing the design or anything like that, but to have some sort of an input. I think us joiners, cabinet makers, love to have an input in all that we do. Like yourselves, we're all creative people. So to think that air stamp is within that
Yeah.
job, that project somewhere.
I suppose you have to make sure as well that it works, that the vision that we come up with in our head works functionally and structurally as well. Like we're kind of relying on you for that.
Yeah,
Interior design often will dream big, sometimes
yeah.
that means an ambitious idea that might not always be a straightforward build. So how do you handle it with a designer if it needs to be adjusted for technical reasons or material reasons or whatever?
I've been very lucky, I think, with the interior designers that I've worked with. And anytime there has been something that needs a bit of tweaking or something, if I go to them and explain to them what it is, we go early to them.
Hmm.
And we'll explain to them what it is, and 9 times out of 10, it's not a problem.
Yeah, I think designers usually appreciate that, don't they? Because it still achieves the look that they want while making sure that the piece is built properly and will last, I suppose.
Yeah, at the end of the day, by the end of the job, I want it to look exactly how it's drawn.
Hmm.
So, like any good cabinet maker, any good joiner is going to want that. They're going to want it to look exactly how it's drawn,
Yeah.
because like someone has put a lot of heart into creating that. So for us then to put our heart and soul into making it for them, um, it's I think like it's pure passion. It's pure passion, and to be
Brilliant.
able to do all this every day, it's you can't get better.
Right. That conversation with the designer, that back and forth between the interior designer and yourselves, that can really make or break a project, can't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like everybody has to be singing off the same hymn sheet from day one.
And
And
are they better off having every dimension worked out when they come to you, or is a rough sketch acceptable?
rough sketch is fine.
Right.
It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be perfect by any
Mm,
stretch of the imagination. It's I probably prefer it when it's not because then I can have a little bit more input into it. But we work with all different levels,
yeah.
so to be able to help with the design aspect with some people and to be able to completely just build what someone else has drawn. So,
Mm,
to have the scope to do that is it's brilliant. Like I keep saying it's brilliant. I absolutely love my job. I
that's great.
love doing this. And I actually love working like I know when I first started working with interior designers, a couple of people were like, "Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. They'll
All right.
wreck your head." I swear to God. And I was like, "No, I think that's the road I want to go down."
Yeah.
And it's the best thing I've done. In fact, it's the second best thing I've done. Though I'm not blowing smoke up. I'm not, sugarcoating this. There's the design source event that we went to. I think it was March. Um,
Yeah.
that was probably one of the best things that I've done.
Wow.
It
The,
really has. It's
the
opened
delight.
an awful lot of doors for me, I think. And yeah, so
Brilliant.
any tradesman that's watching and you need to be at these events to
Sure.
if you want to be at the higher level, get the higher level work, and then I keep saying the sexy work, the curves, all that kind of stuff. If you want to
Yeah.
be involved in doing all that kind of stuff rather than just boxes every day,
Yeah.
you need to be involved with interior designers.
And are you okay with designers coming to visit you in your workshop, or is that a no-no? Can they come and
Oh no, the more the
build
merrier.
the raw
Door's
wool?
always open.
Right.
The door is always open. Anybody wants to come in, throw ideas together. Like I've loads of time for interior designers. So if anybody wants to come down and spend an hour or two or whatever it may be, trashing out ideas, creating some mock-ups and stuff like that, yeah, the more the merrier. Bring it on down and we'll help you out as much as we can.
So I suppose that brings us on nicely to the reason why we're having the chat today. You're having
Yeah,
an open day
yeah,
in your work.
fine. Yeah. The
It's
27th of September is when I open the door. So I do it once a
okay.
year and I have done for the last
Okay, right.
2 years. This is year number 3. Um, so effectively, I just open the doors to all the tradesmen, tradeswomen, that are within this kind of game, or have an interest in it.
Okay.
For us all to get together, throw ideas, bounce ideas off each other, look at tools. Again, the whole reason for it to begin with was most of us work alone or would be the boss, and
Yeah.
even though you're surrounded by a good team, still a million things going on up here. So the whole idea about the day was for us all to get together and just kind of let it all out.
So
Complain about
for
whatever aspect of the job or the running of the business and stuff like that. But it's just growing legs from that.
so it's for designers, for other joiners, for other.
Yeah, it's mainly for the trades. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's all about like I know we're competition, but we're not.
Um.
Yeah, so having your relationship with your suppliers is very important for your business to develop for, again, when you're short something or whatever it may be, because we all forget something. So having them on hand to jump on and help you out when needed, then it's brilliant.
And will they be there for your open day? Are they part of your showcase?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, every company is always that I work with and stuff like that, and that I buy off on a daily are always very intrigued and very
Mm,
eager to help and to be here too. And for them as well, I suppose, is getting them in front of a new set of eyes that maybe
mm.
haven't tried them out and stuff like that. But it's not only for them.
I think for
It's
us,
not just for the suppliers that I work with.
it'll be great to see not just the end product, but to see the materials and the finishes as well that make it all possible. It's important for us to see that as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
And you know, it's one thing that we're always curious about, you know, is the finishes, because they make such a difference to our design. Is there anything designers should know about working with, say, finishes like Ruby or Monocoat when they're planning their projects? Should we be doing our own testing? Is it possible to get samples from you of various different finishes?
Oh
Or does
yeah, that's no problem at all. If anybody ever wants samples and stuff like that, like we're banging them out all the time. So if anybody needs samples, if anybody wants to come down and use the Ruby Monocoat and put it on and do their own little testing and stuff like that, they're more than welcome. We'll
yeah,
help anybody and everybody. There's no problem whatsoever there.
brilliant. I've learned that lesson myself. I've done testing and it was on the wrong, it was on the wrong base to start off with. So the
Yeah.
different to the different oils, the different stains. So yeah, it would be great to have your help and your input in all that as well.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
no problem.
get to have a go on your CNC machine.
Yeah, no hassle. It's there for everybody to use.
Very good. You're pretty high tech there in your workshop, aren't you?
Yeah, it's pretty cool at the minute. Yeah, it's the CNC is the latest and greatest kind of edition. Well, that and the Edge Bander, but the CNC it's a different level. For any cabinet maker joiner out there, like it does, especially if you're on your own, it is an extra man, and it just keeps going.
Do you still do work with your hands as well, or is it
Oh yeah.
all machine now? And
No, it's a mix of both. The
yeah,
machine just speeds a lot of the mundane processes up, and then like
yeah,
that when we have to get our hands dirty, we do.
very good. So that means it's quicker. So does that mean it's cheaper for the
No,
customer into the
no, you know how much these machines are?
no? Not everybody has that kind of technology to hand, like a CNC machine. Does it help you with the design work and the design capabilities, or is it purely it speeds up the process?
It speeds up the process for certain jobs. Um, it helps, I suppose, for a lot of people, you have to buy a lot of products in, like the reeded panels and stuff like that. Like you'd have to buy them in, where now we don't obviously have to. We can do it here, and if we need it that day, we can throw it out that day. But again, for anybody, if they're stuck for anything at all, the CNC is here. If we can help you at all, we certainly will. Like nobody should ever be afraid to reach out to me and see if we can help them, because we try and help as much as possible.
That's very generous of you, Richie.
That's how we are.
There's a lot of kitchen companies out there, isn't there? There's a lot of kitchen makers out there.
Yeah, there
Um,
is. Yeah.
they're not all the same. What sets you apart from your competition?
I don't really know, to be quite honest with you. I'd like to think that I know like everybody's passionate about their job and stuff like that, but I don't know, like I feel that because I'm relatively new to this and stuff like that as well, um, I find that my passion is really, really strong for this. I put everything that I have back into growing this business. The lads that I have, the team that I've built, they're a very good bunch of lads. Everybody has the same goal in mind, and that's to not be the best, because that's ridiculous, but to compete with the best. That's what I would like to. That's where I would like to be.
Yeah. I think for me, what sets you apart is your personal approach. You listen, you're there to help problem solve, and you've an amazing attention to detail that I think that's what sets you apart, to be honest.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Your
Um,
head's just got a little bit bigger, but thank you.
um, so you're a small enough company. You're not one of the massive big manufacturers. What are the challenges, say, compared to a larger manufacturer, would you say?
Well, the biggest challenge for me is running the actual business end of things. I'm a tradesman.
Mm,
Give me a task and I'll do it. There's no problem. The harder the better. In fact, the more challenging the better, because I absolutely love a challenge. But running the business end of things for me is the hard part, because I have to have so many hats to put on:
yeah,
accountancy, bookkeeping. You know, it's very, very hard.
yeah,
A lot of the design work and stuff like that, that we have to do, setting up all the stuff for the CNC. You can't don't just plug the CNC in and away it goes. You have to put all the tool paths in for each individual cut and stuff like that. So all that takes time. So it's trying to do that and get the hands dirty.
Mm.
That's the hard part.
How long have you been in business, Richie?
In Royal Kitchens,
Yeah.
Royal Kitchens are, I think it's about 3.5 years now, I think.
I'm sure you've seen a lot of changes from technology, your CNC machine, sustainability,
Yeah. Like,
client expectations. I'm sure that's changed a lot.
yeah, and I love it, to be quite honest with you. I love clients' expectations to be high.
Mm.
Um, I love when they come to me with something that's, as I said, a bit quirky or, takes time to do, but you don't have the time to do it, so you have to get it out quick. I just feel I work better under those conditions.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely work better under them conditions, if I'm honest. Because I just feel like, you don't have the time to make the mistakes. So you need to get it done. You need to figure it out and you need to get it done. And that's why I love this so much.
Right. So you've built your own workshop. You've got your brand. That's very inspiring for young up and coming young joiners. Have you any advice for somebody starting out?
My only advice would be to make sure you love what you do. Because if
Mm.
you don't love what you do, the passion won't be there. You have to love and have a passion for what you do. And once you have that, you'll go places. There's no doubt about it. Once you have passion, once you have drive, that's all you need. Don't listen to anybody telling you can't do it or you won't do it. Don't listen to them. Because if you have a goal in mind and you have the passion for it, you will make it happen.
Mm. And you mentioned earlier that it's quite a lonely sort of a self-contained kind of a career.
Yeah.
Being in your own space, and that's another thing altogether, to throw the doors open for everybody to come and visit you. What does it mean to you personally to host your open day and to welcome your peers and your colleagues? It must be an amazing feeling to be able to do that.
It is, yeah. It's very humbling, I suppose. Um, when like all these people are like when they message you when you put it up saying this, I'm going to have an open day, and they all message saying I'll be there. It's I look forward to it. It's the first thing in my calendar every year. Like that's mental.
Yeah.
And these are like people who I would look up to as well. And for all them to come here and spend the day with us, everybody gets on great. There's plenty of food. Everybody's well looked after. There's no expense spared. I do not hold back. Everybody is well looked after. Our suppliers make sure that there's materials here for them to use if they want to get their hands dirty. Like I'm sure the CNC is going to be busy this year. But seeing everybody come together and enjoy the day so much. Like I have people coming from the UK and everything for this. It's mental. And this is just my workshop. But for that to all happen is, yeah, it's a pinch me moment sometimes.
So for anybody that's watching and already thinking, yeah, I want to be there, are places limited? Do people need to register for it, or
Yeah,
how does that work?
yeah. So there is a link on my bio for the day. Because again, we do work from a farm, so we are very limited in parking spaces and stuff like that. So we do ask people to kind of pool share or whatever. So we kind of limit it to 60 people. But like, yeah, I hate turning people away either at the same time. So if someone messages me, I try and fit them in, or try and organise lads to give lifts to other people and stuff like that, so that we can have as many here as possible.
Well, you mentioned food now, so you're going to be
Yeah.
in on, and you're
Listen, the best burgers in Ireland. No if, no buts. Burgers only are going to be here. The food is unbelievable.
going to.
Like, yeah, I don't hold back.
And of course, people will want to know where to follow you and where to find your work. Do you want to give us your handle and your website?
Yeah, so I have it's Richard Doyle underscore Royal Workshop is the day-to-day running of things. And then it's Royal Kitchens underscore Bespoke Interiors. That's the polished page, if you like.
Right.
And then we have royalkitchens.ie as well.
Okay, great. All right. Well, thanks, Richie.
One
It's
more
good
thing, Don,
to hear
please,
about
if you don't
your
mind. I
and your
have a, I have a, I have a. I'm looking for another carpenter, joiner, whatever it may be. If you've a passion to be in this kind of a game, even if you haven't done it before, but you're good with your hands and stuff like that, I'm looking to add to the team. So if anybody out there knows anybody with a bit of experience, be carpentry, joinery, whatever it may be, cabinet making ideally, bit of CNC work wouldn't go astray. So if anybody knows anybody, if you can get them to DM me, I'd appreciate it.
Fantastic. Great stuff. All right then. Thanks a million,
No
Richard.
worries. Thanks a million, Dawn. It's been a pleasure, as always.
Take care.
Cheers.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye. Bye. Bye.